How's it going, guys? My name is TJP. Welcome back to another NBA 2K26 My NBA video here. We're in the eras of the Jordan era. Okay, fantasy draft, 4 seasons. Injuries will be off. Chemistry, morale off. Everybody has a draft pick. Just like the other fantasy draft rules been doing. It's not meant to be realistic. If I say your name wrong, I apologize in advance. It's this video game at the end of the day. Don't take it too seriously. Just have some fun and back on 2K. Like, subscribe, and join the content. Comment down below some more videos. Go to our socials, playlist, second channel, and main channel down below in the description if you like the content from me, TJP. Also, the rules are down below as well. I'm going to try to see if we could pick at least 3 of each position for the fantasy draft, but I'm prioritizing, obviously, as the draft and the eras get older, there's less real players, so I'd like to have real players on my team. So, with that all being said, let's get on into the gameplay. Alright, so time to pick a random team. We're going to stop in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Cavs. Cool. So we're using the Cavs. Doesn't matter who's on the team right now, but in the Jordan era, you know what player I would really like to have? Michael Jordan. But we will not be getting him. He'll be going to the Pistons. Funny enough. Drexler goes 2. Robinson 3, Malone 4, Ewing 5. Okay. What pick do we have? This pick. All right. So, I could take Mark Price if I really wanted to. We can go with Tim Hardaway, and the contract is so weird in this era too. It'd be kind of funny if I took Mark Price, wouldn't it? You know what? We'll take Mark Price. Screw it. Let's get a big. We're gonna go Rick Smits. My next pick. Why not? Let's grab a nice center. All right, I'm going to grab a younger shooting guard. I think I'm going to go with Chris Jackson, or do I want to go Steve Smith? It's either Chris Jackson or Steve Smith. Maybe Steve Smith because he's a little bit taller. Yeah, I'm going to go Steve Smith, actually. Let's go Steve Smith, my next pick. I'm going to take a power forward. I'm going to go with Sam Perkins, our next power forward. I'm going to get a small forward. I'm going to go with a young Rick Fox, my next pick. All right, I'm going to go with Kevin Edwards to be the backup point guard for our team. My backup center, I'm going to pick Randy Brewer, nice 7'3" guy to come off our bench. My next pick here, I'm going to go with Greg Anderson to be our backup power forward. For small forward, I'm going to go Albert King, backup small forward. I'm going to grab Dennis Hopson to be our backup shooting guard. I'm going to grab another point guard here. We're going to go Brad Davis. I'm going to go Scott Hastings at the power forward. So this is where, like, these players start to not exist, so like these guys aren't real, so it doesn't really matter who we grab. I guess I can go with Wes Cunnington, and then after that I would just let the CPU just take whoever they wanted to take because it's not real. I forgot what team we were. The Cavs. They took Dante Manning. All right, so I think we need to sign another power forward, maybe. I guess. I mean, we'll see. So there you go. That's what we've got going on. Use the 1992 draft class. For those that don't know, this draft class is really good. How good is it? Well, it's good enough to get Shaq, and that's really the guy we want. Now, granted, we already have a center, but we're talking about Shaquille O'Neal here. This is big time stuff. But let's take a look at the roster for this season right now. So we have Price, Edwards, and Davis at the points. Steve Smith, Dennis Hopson, Dante Manning, shooting guard, small forwards. Rick Foss and Albert King, so we're going to get another small forward. Power forwards, Perkins, Greg Anderson, Scott Hastings. Centers, Rick Smits, Randy Brewer, and Wes Cunningham. So let's pick up a small forward for agency just to round out the team. So anybody out there, I guess Dante Harris or Donnie Harris, so I can't sign him. So I got to sign somebody on the minimum. I guess maybe Dean McCarthy. Oh, someone's got to sign here. All right, I guess Wesley Dunn. Oh, I can't even do him. Bildoza? Can't even do him. Maybe I can't sign anybody. This guy's 17. Donta Ryan? Ooh, can't sign him, but he's 17. He's pretty young. You don't usually see them that young anymore. Whoa, yo. Alright, anyways. I guess we'll just stick with 14 guys. Just officially 2.5-star defense under Lenny Wilkins. Is that our best? It is. Okay, it's not the greatest team then. Fit. But, you know, we got Mark Price, so we'll see what ends up happening there. I mean, that's our guy, best player. It's an interesting era, though, obviously, with not a lot of real players. The talent, a little diluted, but it's going to be tough for us. I mean, I guess, like I said, it's basically try to get Shaquille O'Neal on this team to pair up with Mark Price. Like, obviously, we have all of our picks because everybody has a pick, so the sim should be pretty fast, at least, because there's not a lot of news, so I should be able to get to the trade deadline pretty quick. So I'll see you once I'm there. 15 and 26, 12th at the deadline right now, so that's not really that great. 5 guys average at least 10 points a game so far, so that's pretty good. Rebound numbers, 9.1 from Anderson, Rick Smith's 8.3, 7.7 from Perkins, 8.7 assists from Price. Steals per game, 2 guys least a steal. Get your block shot leaders, 2 guys least a block shot. Field goal percentage, you can see right there who's been most efficient for us. Of course, you have the 3-point percentage, not very high in this era, obviously, but Mark Price doing his thing. 50, 40, 90, so that's really cool. So shout out to him. All right, great. We are a bad team, though, not really good, but it's to be expected. I didn't expect this to be that great of a team. King is willing to re-sign. I guess we could sign him on a 1-year minimum. Declined. All right. Maybe $390 for 2 years. All right, accepted that. But we're going to trade him for sure. And then I guess Hobson, we'll give him $670. And like I said, we'll probably end up moving him as well. But everybody else here, no one else is willing. So, yeah, if we could also free up cap space, obviously that's a big thing too. Is anybody here we can move? I mean, we can look around and see what's out there in the market for maybe some of these guys like Dan Manning or Dante Manning. I can get a 2nd-round pick, 1995. I mean, it's not great, but I'll take the 2nd-round pick. Same thing here with the Rockets, Wes Cunningham for a 2nd-round pick. All right, I'm going to keep simming. I don't know if we only have 12 players, so the game, I'll just let the game fill out the rest of the roster. It doesn't really matter who they sign, so we're going to be bad. That's fine with me. Let's keep simming and see what happens. Clyde was the MVP. Wow. Kevin Mutombo, Rookie of the Year. 6th Man of the Year is Detlef Schrempf. Defensive of the Year is David Robinson. Most Improved Purpose Ellison. Robert Henry, Coach of the Year, Executive of the Year is Owen Masters. I love it. It's great. There's your Bay 1st team, 2nd team, and 3rd team. No Cavs. Defensive 1st and 2nd. No Cavs. Rookie 1st, we have Steve Smith. So that's cool. Solid in his rookie season. And then nobody on 2nd team. The bad news, we didn't make playoffs. We were 28-54. But the good news is that gives us a chance to get Shaquille O'Neal, which is who we want. So, take a look at the stats. And, yeah, as you can see, this team has player stats. 6 guys in double digits on the scoring. Pretty solid. Rebound leaders. Anderson, Smits, Perkins up there as well. Assist Mark Price 8.3, so that's beautiful. In terms of steals, 3 guys least a steal, 2 guys least a block shot, so that's good. Field goal percentage, you can see the most efficient scorers, who they were, very nice. Then you have your field goal percentage and 3-point percentage, obviously. So Mark Price, obviously 50, 40, 90. We love that from him. All right. We'll just sim the playoffs because obviously we don't have anybody in the playoffs. And it's going to be the Rockets winning against the Pistons. Clyde Drexler, Finals MVP. Wait a minute. Don't the Pistons have... funny enough, he's back on the Rockets. Don't the Pistons have Michael Jordan? They do, right? Yeah. Wow. The Rockets win it all, man. Good for Clyde. Good for Clyde. All right, on to the next offseason. Draft lottery. We have a chance to win the lottery here. Hopefully we can. And we drop down to 4. That's just great. Can't have that. That's not what we needed. So we're going to have to try to move up to get that #1 pick because we need Shaq on this team. I'm going to do this trade with the Pistons. 2 second-round picks we're going to get for Scott Hastings. With this deal with the Suns, 2 second-round picks for Brad Davis to free up some money. I'll just deal with the Knicks, 24 second-round pick and Dennis Hobson for a 94 first-round pick, top 3 protected. I take a top 3 protected pick from the Rockets for Albert King. All right, just did a trade here with the Heat. So transaction report, I traded away pick 4, second-round pick, future first, Randy Brewer, second-round pick, and a lottery protected first for the #1 overall picks. That means we can get Shaquille O'Neal. That's exactly who we're going to take. Just makes the most sense. Could have kept Brewer around, but you know what? To get Shaq, why not? So Lonzo Mourning went #2. Lonzo Wells 3. Let's see who the Heat take at 4. They take Christian Laettner, so they end up getting a center anyway. But it's obviously not Shaq. Of course. Rookie signings, Shaq. Team player options, nobody. Question is, do we have money for free agency? I don't know if we do. We're not going to extend qualifiers to them. We do not have money to give Larry Bird, so alright. So he's off my list. I can re-sign Kevin Edwards, but that's, I guess, pretty much the extent. So we'll re-sign him and try to fill the rest of the roster. Alright, split progression. Above Mark Price, obviously we have Shaq, Rick Smits, Steve Smith, Sam Perkins, Rick Fox, Kevin Edwards, Greg Anderson, Anthony Bowie, Cliff Livingston, Andre Ellis, and Wes Cunningham running back. So we'll let the CPU just fill out the rest of the team. Yeah, like I said, it's a lot more challenging when you've got these limitations on, you know, grabbing free agency trades, because of the contracts and all that, it makes it a lot more challenging in the video game for sure. Look at that. They had Summer League? I don't know if they had Summer League, but hey. Let's advance on to the next season. Let's look at this roster. Mark Price, Kevin Edwards, CJ Graham at the points, shooting guards Steve Smith, Anthony Bowie, and Jalen Alexander. At the shooting guards, small forwards Rick Fox and Andre Ellis, power forwards Perkins, Anderson, and Livingston, and then centers are Shaquille O'Neal, Rick Smits, and Wes Cunningham. The rotation and game plan. You have a 3-star Lenny Wilkins defense system. I guess that's fine. And then the rotation. The game plan is looking like this. And it's not too bad. Not too bad. 9-man rotation. Let's see what ends up happening. I'm curious to see how this team does. Obviously, if I was going to trade, I don't know, Shaquille O'Neal, I can get some good value. But not really. At the same time. Mark Price wants to test free agency. What? It's crazy. I can get a nice high draft pick. And Hot Rod Williams. Not going to do that. Alright. So, let's get to simming, see how this team does, and hopefully we'll be better this year. Alright, so 5th seed right now. Not bad. 4 games back. Let's take a look at season stats, player stats. As you can see, Shaq obviously leading the way with over 20 a game. We have 5 guys in double digits overall. Your rebound leaders. Shaq, of course, Perkins, Anderson, Rick Smith coming off the bench. In terms of assists, Mark Price, 8.1, 5.3 from Steve Smith. So that's cool to see. Have your steal leaders. 4 guys leads to steal. Block shots, of course, Shaq, 2.4, 1.5 from Rick Smits. You can see the most efficient scorers. Who's favored there. Obviously, the 3-ball. And then free throw percentage there. Who's knocking it down from the charity stripe. Now, I'm trying to think if there's anybody here that we might want to move. I mean, obviously, those bottom feeders we do. If I can get 2nd-round picks for them, like CJ Graham. I'll take a 2nd-round pick from the Rockets. Perfect. Same thing with Alexander. I can't. All right. How about Ellis? A 2nd-round pick. We'll take the one from the Suns. And I could use those 2nd-round picks then to trade for 1st-round picks, which could be helpful. I have a lot of 2nd-round picks, so that's good. Trying to see if there's anybody else who might want to move, like Cunningham. Can I move him? I can. I'll take Patrick Eddy. That's an upgrade at the center position. So that's going to be it. Let the CPU fill out the rest of the roster. Because obviously there's no real players out there. That's the one annoying part about these harder, these older eras, is that there's just less real players. So it just becomes a little bit more of a crapshoot. Contract extensions. Do we have anybody to extend? Nope. Rick Smits is on and expiring. I could try to see what's out there for him. I mean, I can get Moses Malone, but also a 1st. That's lottery protected. It's not terrible because he might retire. Hot Rod Williams and Eddie Johnson is also not too bad. Yeah, I think I'll just keep the team as is. I'm not going to make any moves. Let's simulate the rest of the season. Should be able to make the playoffs this year. MVP, Shaq, Rookie of the Year. So we love to see that from him. Shaq putting up some good numbers. The rookie season, we'll take it. I don't think that's as good as he did in real life, but Vlade Divac, 6-man of the year defense player. There's David Robinson, most improved. Gelly Knight, Glenn Bonner, coach there, executive. There's Nate, Mac Matson. I don't know why I can't read. There's your NBA first team, second team, and third team. No Cavs. Rookie first team, obviously. We're going to have Shaq up there, but no one on the defensive team. All right, cool. Now, we were a 7 seed this season, taking on the Knicks, 47-35. Is what we were. The Knicks were 53-29. So let's take a look at the season stats, player stats, and as you can see, we had 5 guys in double digits on the scoring. Rebounding, Shaq 9.4, 7.4 from Anderson, Perkins 7.1, 6.3 from Rick Smits. In terms of assists, 8 from Price, Smits 5.6. 4 guys led least a steal. Block shots, 3 guys least a block shot. Shaq with 2.6. And you've got the field goal percentage right there. 3-point percentage. And then free throw percentage right there. All right. So the Knicks, John Bagley, Sarunas, Marciulionis, Glenn Rice, Horace Grant, Purvis Ellison, Grant Long. All right. See how we do against the Knicks. Game 1 is a win. By the way, this is a best of... Isn't this the best of 5 in the first round? So I think we just have to win 5 games. Or we just have to win 3 games. So we're down 2-1. Force game 5. All right, this is big. So game 5, do or die. On the road. First quarter goes to us. Second quarter goes to us. Third quarter goes to them. Fourth quarter goes to them. Just not a good second half. Lose by 6. Tried our best, but we know Shaq's going to get better, so that's good. There's the playoff stats. Those that are curious. Okay. Some work to be done, but overall not terrible. All right, 2 more seasons to go. It's going to be a Nuggets final win, and Larry Johnson gets the Finals MVP over the Magic. Just curious to see who they have. This is their team. If it's P.J. Brown. Wow. P.J. Brown, 69 overall, starting center, and he's actually doing decent. That's just the era, man. It's crazy. All right, on to the offseason we go. Obviously, the draft lottery. I think we have we have some. I think we have some picks. Maybe not this year. Probably next year. We do have our pick at 18, so that's cool. So, all right. I'm trying to think who's in this draft class that maybe would be worth drafting. Chris Webber, Penny Hardaway. Yeah, those would be guys that we would want. All right, we'll look around and see if maybe those are... It's a Karl Malone Hall of Fame, Pete Maravich Hall of Fame. Okay, nice. I traded for pick 16 from the Milwaukee Bucks for 6 second-round picks. Second-round picks for pick 15 from the Timberwolves. Let's see what the Bullets. We're going to give up Kevin Edwards. We're going to get an unprotected 1995 draft pick. 2 unprotected picks here from the Pistons for Rick Fox. All right, traded for the number 1 overall pick. Perkins, and a bunch of picks, and we're gonna have to pick 1. So I could go Chris Webber. I could also go Penny Hardaway. I think Chris Webber makes the most sense considering the fact that I just traded away Sam Perkins. So yeah, we'll go Chris Webber. Grab him out of Michigan. Obviously, you could have went with Penny, but you know it's fine. We're good on that front. Because we still have... I think we still have Steve Smith. Yeah, we still have Steve Smith. And then... Yeah, that's good. So, rookie side, get Chris Webber. 81 overall. That's already an improvement. Which is good. And I'm hoping that free agency we have money to sign somebody. We might. We might have some money. Okay. Player progression. We had a good one, I would say. We picked up David Robinson. I know what you're saying. David Robinson and Shaq. Well, one of them can play the power forward. Now, I'm going to probably make Chris Webber into a small forward. Because he's kind of like a, I don't know. Part of me thinks like he's kind of like a play. He could be like a playmate, like a big 3. He could handle the ball a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna try it, but yeah, we have Morris, Addison, Bowie, Bryant, Turner, Thompson, Williams, Copeland, Hodges, Sunvault as well. I mean, for now, I guess we can kind of keep the team as is. We'll see what they decide to do. Maybe Weber will come back. Well, the thing is, like, yeah, you got Shaq and Robinson. And Shaq play the center, Robinson play the 4. It works. It's Twin Towers in a way, except this time it's with Shaq instead of Duncan. Cool. I mean, let's see what happens in Season 3. Here we have Price, Hodges, and Sunvault, Smith, Bowie, and Copeland, with the small forwards being Morris, Addison, and Thompson. Power forwards Weber, Bryant, and Turner. Centers Robinson, Shaq, and Herb Williams. So let's just take a look at the game plan here. It says the proficiency 3.5 star. So that's fine with me. Under Lenny Wilkins, I guess we could have Chris Webber come off the bench. I mean, it's not the end of the world that he's not playing. You know, we'll see if we want to make him a small forward, but I guess it's fine for now. We keep the team as is. Now we do have these top 3 protected, which I can't move. The Pistons one's unprotected, I think. And then we have this one. So there are some picks here at our disposal. So we could use them to our advantage. Let's see how this team does. I think we could be pretty good. Hopefully make the playoffs again and maybe go on a nice run. Steve Smith willing to re-sign. Give him $2.25 million. Mark Price wants to test free agency. That's not good. We don't like that, but it's all right. We'll let him test. So let's keep simming and see what happens. All right, 34-8, number 1 seed in the East. Yeah, I don't think depth is as important. It really isn't. So that's at least not in this era. Yeah, it's all about the star power at the top. Yeah, Shaq, you got Robinson, Price. I mean, we have 6 guys average double figures. It's not like we don't have depth, but you know, we have that top end talent, which is huge. We have 2 guys averaging a double-double, Robinson and Shaq, of course. Weber's up there with rebounds too. In terms of assists, it's Price, Smith, and yeah, Chris Webber, like I said, 4.5 assists. He can handle the ball a little bit. That's why I was thinking maybe make him a small forward, but 4 guys at least a steal, 2 guys at least a block shot, 2 block shots, and then 3 guys at least a block shot. Weber being up there 1.2. There's your field goal percentage because he's the most efficient scorers. 3 ballers. Again, not a lot of 3 balls being shot in this time period, but you can see who's shooting them. And then, of course, the free throws. He's knocking down those free throws. All right. We go to the contracts, extensions. You still want to test. That's fine. I don't know if I want to make any trades. I mean, I could do like Duncan Robinson, David Robinson, and get myself. I can get myself Alonzo Mourning and Michael Williams. Or I can get Dikembe Mutombo and Chris Jackson. That's actually not horrible if you really think about it. But I'm not gonna do it. Obviously, I don't sign David Robinson to do that. Avery Smith's back. Oh, brother. Great. Okay, that's going to be the team. There's no need to make any trades. We're just going to keep the team as is, I think. I mean, yeah, I'm fine with the roster as is. I mean, we could move some of these guys. Like I said, get 2nd-round picks and then try to trade those for firsts. But, we'll just rock out with the team. 34-8. Let's see if we win at least 60 games this year. Ended up winning the MVP. How about that in season number 2 for him? Double-double. Great defense. So already an MVP. Chris Webber, Rookie of the Year off the bench. 16.1 points, 8.7 rebounds, 4.2 assists. Yeah, doing a little bit of everything. Also was the 6th man of the year. Michael Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year. Alonzo Mourning, Most Improved. Glenn Bonner was the Coach of the Year. Executive of the Year was Daryl Conley. We were the best team in the NBA. You can see Nuggets were 65-17. We were 67-15. That's cool. So I'll be first team. Obviously, Shaq's going to be there. 2nd team, you don't have anybody. 3rd team, we have Chris Webber. Already, as a rookie, all be 3rd team. Defensive first team, you have David Robinson. Good job from him. Nobody on 2nd team. Surprised Shaq's not up there, but I guess... Yeah, well, I guess because of Hakeem. Makes sense. And obviously Robinson makes sense. Rookie first team, obviously Chris Webber, and nobody else. Alright, we're the number 1 seed. Take on Boston. 8 seed. 67 wins. And remember, divisions... important. Player stats. You've got 5 guys in double digits. Rebounds, Robinson, Shaq up there, Weber. Assists, you've got Price, Smith, Weber. We have 6 guys least a steal, 3 guys least a block shot, 2 guys least 2 block shots. Field goal percentage, right there. 3-point percentage and free throw percentage, right here. Great. So the Boston Celtics are the matchup. If Barros, Blackman, Chuck Person, Dennis Rodman, Lang, Grant. It's looking good. I love the team. Let's see how this team could perform. Game 1, we take the victory. Game 2, we take the victory. Game 3, we take the victory. Second round, Orlando, Kenny Anderson, Edmund Peters, James Worthy, Derek Coleman's up there. Okay. Robert Ory's on the bench. All right, it's not a bad team. But I feel like we're better. We win game 1. They win game 2, courtesy of 2K. Alright, let's see if we win game 3. We do. Can we win game 4? We do. Let's win in 5. We don't. Okay. Alright, win 6. Conference Finals. Brandon, of course, Michael Jordan. It is his era. Kersey, Mike Brown, Kevin Duckworth. Alright, it's a good team. Well, I mean, you know, obviously, for the era, it's solid. Basically, though, like, Jordan's really the only one we're worried about. So as long as we can contain Jordan, we should be okay. And they win game 1, so I'm assuming we did not contain Jordan. How's he doing, by the way? Pretty solid. Game 2, we lose. All right, we're not containing Jordan in his era. You win game 3. Win game 4. Okay, we're back on track. We're down 3-2, courtesy of 2K. All right. Need to win game 6 here. We'll simcast it, might as well. Nuggets already in the finals. Win the first quarter. Can we have a good second quarter? We don't. Piss poor second. Okay, third. And an excellent fourth quarter right there. That's what we needed. So a game 7, do or die. Against the Pistons. Let's see what happens. First quarter at home. We get off to a solid start. Up double digits, but a terrible second quarter. Third quarter, better. Fourth quarter was also solid. Win by 11 and are back. Well, not back in the finals, but we are in the finals for the first time in this video. So Nuggets. Byron Scott. Billy Owens, Larry Johnson, Kevin Willis, P.J. Brown. Reed Morelli off the bench. Liddell. Alright, not bad. We win game 1 by 9. Let's see if we win game 2. The answer is no, we can't. We lose by 3. Game 3, we're down 2-1. Of course, we're down 3-1, courtesy of TK's SAM ENGNE, greatest image of all time. Super realistic, as you can see. Alright, so we got to somehow win game 5. 6 and 7. First game 5, though. Good first quarter, good second. And can we have a good third? We do not, but we win by 5. Okay, bad second half. But it's good enough to win and force game 6. Simcast. Now we're on the road. Nuggets, first quarter. We take the lead. Good second. No, not a great second quarter, actually. Third quarter wasn't great. Fourth quarter was pathetic and putrid. Embarrassment to your friends, family, and fans that root for you. Can't blow it like that. 12 points. Not good whatsoever. Terrible second half for your Cleveland Cavaliers. We get to the finals, though, so that's good, but losing 6 to the Nuggets. Larry Johnson, finals MVP. I mean, that's unfortunate, man. Got to be better than that. But we do have one more season, luckily. And again, it's not like Shaq's going to get any worse. So there's that. All right. And also, Chris Webber's going to get better, too. Steve Smith's going to improve a little bit. So we're right there. We're knocking on the door. We got one more season to go. Let's see if we can make some improvements to the team and try to get back to the NBA Finals for the 4th final season. How is it presented by YouTube TV? I just noticed that. Presented by YouTube TV. But YouTube didn't exist. How am I just noticing that? How crazy is that? That's a little weird. A little weird. Draft lottery, will it help us out? It will not. So we have pick 20, pick 24, pick 25. And that's it. Cool. So maybe we can move those picks, but they're not very valuable regardless. But we're going to try. Who's in this draft class, by the way? 1994, I think it is. Yeah, we got Jason Kidd. Okay. Grant Hill would... I would like Grant Hill or Glenn Robinson. Preferably. I mean, Jason Kidd's good, though. The next Magic Johnson, they say. Iggy Vanderway and obviously Jack Marin. Okay. But yeah, we're really looking forward. We're looking for a small forward. So, I mean, Grant Hill or Glenn Robinson could work. So I could try to get pick 2 or pick 3, maybe. I feel like Jason Kidd's going to go number 1, you would assume. I traded for pick 3. So that's fine. I traded away Morris, which is cool. Don't really need him. And actually, that's free up money for us potentially to sign somebody. So Chris Morris. I mean, that was a small forward, but if we can get one of these better rookies, I think it makes sense. So, Grant Hill went number 1. No, that's not good. Okay, Jason Kidd goes number 2. Okay, so we're gonna get Glenn Robinson, which is fine. That's fine. I will take that. I thought maybe, just maybe, they were gonna go with. I mean, I was good. I thought they were gonna go 2 small forwards, and I was gonna be stuck with Jason Kidd. Not say Jason Kidd's bad. Again, I don't need another point guard because I already have Mark. Well, actually, we could have let Mark Price leave, but no, because Mark Price is good. We want to keep him around. Rookie signing, so yeah, Glenn Robinson, we're going to sign him. Team player options, we're going to accept Shaq. Qualifiers, none of these dudes. We can always get replacements. Free agency class isn't that great. Yeah, it's really not that great. So, I guess we'll just try to bring back Mark Price, and then whoever's available to fill out the rest of the roster with, we will work on doing that. Is the team going into the 4th final season. So we have I keep saying Duncan. David Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal, Mark Price, Chris Webber, Steve Smith, Glenn Robinson, Sam Vincent, Vincent Askew, Raphael Addison, Mark Bryant, Volkov, O'Larry, Anthony Bowie, Buck Johnson, Andre Turner to round out the team. I mean, again, it's really about these top 6 guys. That's who's going to get most of the playing time anyway. I feel like on top-end talent, which should be pretty good. I mean, we got to the finals. Got to the finals in our last season. Well, just last season. We'll see if we can get there again this year. We have to. This is the 4th final season. So we'll see what ends up happening and go from there. 4th and final season. Just curious to see the prospects. Yep, this is the one with Kevin Garnett. Joe Smith's also there. Antonio McDyess. All right, some good players in this draft class. Nothing crazy, but all right, let's get to simming in a moment. System proficiency, we're 3.5-star perma-centric under Charlie Hall. Game plan, we're running 10-man rotation. I would prefer not. I would prefer to just run it 9-man and get our starters more minutes. That's what I'm going to do. Let's take a look at the roster. So, Price, Vincent, Turner at the point. Shooting guard, Smith, Askew, and Bowie. Robinson, Addison, and Johnson. Small forwards, power forwards, Weber, Bryant, and O'Larry. Centers, Robinson, Shaq, and Volkov. All right. 4th and final season. Let's see if we can compete. 7-6 at the deadline. Season stats, player stats. Chris Webber. Shaq, we got 6 guys in double digits, you know? So that's good. 3 guys averaging at least 19. 3 guys at least averaging 10 rebounds. With Weber leading the way. Duncan Robinson. Shaq's on the bench. Like, what are we doing? This guy won MVP and he's not even starting. That's just kind of wild. I would love to see him win the MVP. But he's not going to. But it would be so funny if he did. And he just didn't start. Like, he just comes off the bench and wins MVP. How funny would that be? 5 guys in double digits on the steals, block shots. 2 guys at least 2 block shots. 4 guys at least a block shot. Forced field goal percentage. Favors, the bigs. Guys closer to the paint. Obviously, again, not a lot of 3-point shooting. Price, led Robinson up there. Then you have your free throw percentage. So you can see he's knocking down free throws. And, yeah, 37-6. This is going to be the team. There's really no need to make trades. I mean, unless I wanted to move some of these guys, but I don't think I can really get anything for them. So, yeah, not really seeing much. So, let's get back to simming and try to win a lot of games this year. Weber MVP in just his second season, just like Shaq did it. So there you go. Chris Webber MVP, Jason Kidd Rookie of the Year, Shaq Sixth Man of the Year. That's kind of funny. It's hilarious. Defense of the Year is Dave Robinson. That's what we like to see. Most improved was Calbert Chaney. We were the Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year. We're 6-9-13, best team in the NBA. Chris Webber's going to be on All-NBA first team, of course. There's your second and third. We also have David Robinson up there. Defense first team, David Robertson. Second defensive team, we got Chris Webber. Rookie first, Glenn Robinson, of course. Shout out to him. He did his thing. That's all she wrote. So, number 1 seed, taking on the Bulls. But we're just going to take a quick look at the stats. As you can see, we had 6 guys average double figures on the scoring. Rebound numbers, they favor the three guys we have here, and Webber, Robinson, and Shaq. Price, Smith, Webber, top 3 in assists. You got 4 guys least to steal, 4 guys least to block shot, 2 guys at least 2. Both of our centers. Then you've got your field goal percentage. Again, you guys want to slow it down, pause, take a look, feel free to do so. Obviously, 3-point shooting, like I said, not that relevant in this era, but you can see it right there. And Mark Price, almost 50-40-90, not quite this season. Nevertheless, good numbers. Bulls, Hershey Hawkins, Jeff Hornacek, Williams, AC Green, Michael Cage, Grant Long. All right, some good players. Let's sim it. We win game 1. Win game 2, let's sweep. We do sweep. Second round, Detroit. Of course, they saw Michael Jordan, Brandon, Kersey, Massenberg, Kevin Duckworth, Rick Fox, George Cloud. Okay. Listen, like I said, some talented players here. We win game 1. They win game 2. Win game 3. Win game 4. Win in 5. Alright, the Bullets. Michael Adams, Allen Houston, Dan Marley, Victor Alexander, Otis Thorpe, Doug Christie, Bugsy Bogues, Scott Skiles, Kevin Edwards, Connor Lynch, Wilson Barber, Bernard King, Aaron Madison, Terry Davis. All those guys. Alright. We win game 1. Win game 2 by a ton. Jeez. Scoring in this era is kind of crazy. Shouldn't be that high, yet it is. We have a rematch of the NBA Finals last season. Of course, it is none other than the Denver Nuggets. Byron Scott, Billy Owens, Larry Johnson, Kevin Willis, P.J. Brown. I mean, on paper, our team should destroy this team. Like, we definitely have the advantage. Just the top 6. That's all we need. We win game 1. Win game 2. We're up 3-0. And I hope we could win game 4 on the road. Great first quarter. A solid second quarter. A not-so-solid third quarter. And it's close, but we are going to hop in if it's close because we have a chance to clinch. And it is a 3-point game. We tie it. $21 seconds, 2 seconds. Okay, we didn't win game 4. Okay, we lost by 3. Couldn't score. I was thinking about hopping in, but I was like, you know what? I don't think we're going to tie it, so it's fine. Maybe here we'll win it at home. First quarter is a good one. Second quarter is a bad one. Third quarter is also terrible. And it looks like we're not going to win game... Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Close. We hop in? No. Okay, we lose by 6. We're going to blow a 3-0 lead? That would be a 2K thing. That would be so 2K. Let's not do that. Game 6. First quarter. Alright, second quarter. Bad. Third quarter. Not good. Fourth quarter. We are going to a game 7, it looks like. We can't seem to close out the deal. Alright, shout out to 2K. We are somehow blowing a 3-0 lead in this situation. Again, 2K doing their thing. First quarter, get off to a good start. Yes. Good second. Let's have a good third. Not a great third, but you know what? Listen, we're blowing them out. So almost blew a 3-1 lead, but we are going to end up winning here. The championship. We're going to hop on in with 45 seconds and watch the celebration. Give you guys, I'll leave it on the era, I guess. Why not? So there we have it. I had to just change the camera angle, though. I don't know how ugly it looks to you guys, but it's there. So there's the filter. As you can see. We missed the, they missed the free throw. Second one they make. Alright, I mean, yeah, there's no time there, so, but you can see up there on the shot clock, the time. So we're just, killing clock. Vincent gets it in the paint. R with the shot, he misses it. Rebound, Nuggets, and that's gonna do it. They'll probably just dribble it out. They're going to the post. They're not gonna dribble it out. Alright. Denver's getting some points. We will dribble it out. We're going to win by 26. And there you go. Your Cleveland Cavaliers. With the fantasy draft. Of course, really it's all about the fantasy draft. Win the championship. And there you have it. So the celebration begins. There you have it. There we are. Jumping up for joy. Piling on. As celebration is interesting. Look at that. Look at those colors. See those colors? On scoreboard there. Alright. Presented by YouTube TV, apparently. Because YouTube, yep. I mean, YouTube TV existed in the 90s, apparently. There we are with the trophy. Hoisting it up. We're all celebrating. And Finals MVP is Chris Webber. Wow. Good for him. What it seems, at least. Seems like it's Chris Webber. And, yep, it was. So, there you have it. Playoff stats. We'll take a look at those real quick before we close out the video. As you can see, yeah, Chris Webber did his thing. All the boys, 6 guys in double digits. So, that all being said, we're going to go to the full screen and close this video out. So that's going to be for me. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. Comment down below some more videos. Go to our socials, playlist, second channel, and main channel down below in the description if you like other content from me, TJB. And with that being said, it is time for me to head out. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So yeah, take care, everybody. We will see you soon, and peace out.